Now, come on, look, you're doing okay. If you're going to stay here, you've got to learn the lingo.
But there are so many that have same meaning.
How do you mean?
If someone is stupid, they are redback, long, thin.
Thick.
Oh,
thick.
yeah, thick. Deal, gela, too many.
Yeah, fair enough. But if you can talk that other woke talk, English ought to be a piece of cake. Geez, even I don't have no trouble with it.
Give it a rest, will you, Bobby? Hey, Hannah, would you like a game?
Yes, I want, but I do not know how.
No worries. You come down here and grab hold of this, and I'll show you how it's done. Here we go. Set one up for you. Little easy one. Now you take
Doesn't have much going for her, does
You
she?
rest your hand on the table like that.
Ah, Rebbit and mob her out to get her.
We'll just have to make sure she doesn't, won't we?
Nothing much we can do after lock-up, though, is there?
Try and get it into the pocket. It's the idea of the game.
Teaching Jerry a few tricks, eh, Dumbo?
Oh, get lost.
Oh, don't be like that. I was only trying to be friendly. Let's see what you can do, Kraut. I am Hannah. Suit yourself. You gonna have a shot or not?
Yeah, don't you take no notice of her, Hannah. Go on, give it your best shot.
Bloody hell, look what you've done!
I did not. It not was me.
No, it wasn't. You done that on purpose, Lou.
Oh, come on, but it was the Hun.
No, it wasn't. I saw you do it.
Oh, rack off, midget.
The table's wrecked, Lou. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know. Perhaps someone will teach you how to use a cue.
Teach you how to use a cue. Now you get this straight. Leave Hannah alone. You have a go at me if you want to understand, but Hannah is out of bounds. Do you understand?
Mara, she's trying to tell us something. Oh, looks like she's going to tell it to Reb.
Yeah, well, as long as she gets the message across.
Mrs. Reynolds, believe me, if it were my decision, Goldschmidt would be staying in the country.
But you're from the consulate. Surely you can do something.
Unfortunately, the powers of the Undersecretary are limited. Besides, it is a law of your own country that forbids her staying here.
I was under the impression that East Germans could apply for refugee status.
They can, but Goldschmidt entered the country with a West German passport.
Yes, but a black market one.
Nevertheless, we are bound to honor it. Now, I know it sounds unfair, and I agree the woman is not a criminal, but at the moment it would be unwise politically to allow her to stay.
That's what it boils down to, isn't it? Politics.
I'm afraid so. Even if the passport was authentic, the slightest crime does mean deportation.
So we send this scared, innocent woman back to a living hell.
Mrs. Reynolds, there's nothing we can do about it.
No. Except tell her the decision, and that's my job, isn't it?
Hey, you two, how about a bit of work?
There you go. Been going flat out all day.
What's that got to do with it? We promised Mrs. Reynolds we'd catch up on the backlog.
She's right, Bobby. Oh, sorry, Myra, but we were just working out all the things we'd do with that extra money.
I wouldn't get too excited if I were you, love. It only brings us up to $1.80 a day.
Well, what are we busting a gut for?
Because if we don't, they're likely to jack up on all the other things they promised us.
Yeah, if you want to get excited about something, work out a way for us to make some extra money.
Bugger that. What can I do anyway? Nothing.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Oh, geez, what's everyone picking on me for? Bugger this, I'm going for Lou.
Oh, I'm going too.
Pixie, what is this? You've been sticking to me like glue all day.
I have not.
Yeah.
Hurry up, the both of you, or we'll never catch up. And tell Phyllis to get back here with that skip.
Okay, what do you make of that?
Oh, come on, you're not still on about it, are you?
Yes, of course I am. You saw it. It's almost as though Pixie's afraid to let her out of her sight. I'm sure she knows something.
Well, if she does, why isn't she telling us?
Well, I don't know. I wish I did.
Hannah, this is Mr. Klaus Werner from the West German consulate. Mr. Werner, Hannah Goldschmidt.
Frau Goldschmidt?
Das Konsulat? Haben Sie meine Familie gefunden?
Es tut mir leid, deshalb bin ich nicht gekommen. I'm sorry. Mrs. Goldschmidt, English, please. Unfortunately, I have some bad news for you. The immigration department has asked me to inform you that you must leave for Germany within 24 hours. Arrangements are being...
Nein! You cannot do this. You are German. You know what will happen.
Frau Goldschmidt, nothing more can be done. Your entry to this country was illegal. Your actions have been classified as criminal. You must return.
No, they will kill me. Mrs. Reynolds, if I'm lucky, they will kill me. Their prisons, not like your prisons. I will spend my life in one place.
I'm sorry, Hannah. I'd like to help you, I really would, but it has nothing to do with me. You realize you're being sent back to West Germany.
It will not stop them. They will come. They will take me. No one will know. Hannah Goldschmidt disappear.
Oh, I don't know what's wrong with the department. This sort of thing would never have happened in the past.
Oh, you mean when Ted Douglas was running things?
At least he knew how to control a strike.
Oh, yes. Lock them in their cells, cancel all their privileges, and before we knew where we were, we had a riot on our hands.
Sounds like we've got a riot in here. What's wrong?
Oh, Joan doesn't agree with the strike agreement.
Well, I must admit I didn't like all of it, but at least they've gone back to work. In fact, we haven't heard a peep out of them.
And why should we? They've proved who's running this place.
Well, she knows how to make an exit.
What do you mean you didn't like all of it?
It's the open day that worries me. God, it's bad enough with single visitors, but to have dozens of outsiders mixing with this lot, that could be disastrous.
We'll just have to keep a close eye on the troublemakers, that's all, but I still think it's worthwhile.
Excuse me, I wonder if you two would mind keeping an eye on Hannah Goldschmidt for me.
Sure, any special reason?
She's just had some bad news. They're deporting her within 24 hours.
How did she take it?
Badly, and I'm not surprised. The whole thing's a political exercise, and there is nothing we can do about it.
Are you sure? I mean, I know there's nothing we can do officially, but...
As long as we don't have the press crowding around the gates, that's all I ask. Staff room, Pal speaking.
The press? Of course.
Yes. What a shame governors aren't allowed to make waves.
What about the staff?
Oh, the same. Of course, I'd have to find out about it. There's not much I could do if someone made an anonymous phone call.
What the bloody hell is the consulate there for if they won't help their own people?
I'm not their people. I'm from East.
Yeah, but if they send you to the West, that's all right, isn't it? They're the goodies.
They would get me.
But why? What's the big fuss to get you back? I mean, fair enough, that's where you come from, but I've seen this thing on the telly. Reckon people from East Germany was getting out all the time.
Yes, but they call me political activist.
Well, what's that?
Oh, look, who the hell cares what she is? Just send her back where she belongs.
Will you shut your mouth, and I'm not going to tell you again.
My husband is living 6 years in prison for resisting. But I do not talk of him. I do not think of him until I know that he is alive.
God, how do you live with that? It must be rotten. Yeah. Well, we're going to do something about it.
Well, having another union meeting, are we?
Do you want to see Reno? It'll sound better coming from you.
Yes. Miss Ferguson. Could I please see the governor? It is urgent.
Well, Bryant, in that case, we'd better hurry, hadn't we? We wouldn't want another strike on our hands.
Is something wrong?
No, Hannah, just keep your fingers crossed. We're going to beat these mongrels yet.
Anne, darling, there's nothing you can do about it. It's tragic, I know, but it's happening all over the world.
I can't